Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Valas here in San Diego. Eddie, we've just been reminded once again, not that we needed reminding, how good Chocolatitio is.
Just an incredible performance. I mean, obviously represent both guys, but do love Julio Cesar Martinez. But he was just, what you saw was a really good world champion against a pound-for-pound legend. He was too experienced, he was probably too big, he was too cute. It was one of the best Chocolatitio performances I've ever seen. And just an incredible fight, an incredible night. What an atmosphere, what a show. It was a brilliant night.
Quickly on the atmosphere, because me and Steve Kim were talking about this actually. Do you feel like the tide's turning for the little guys? He said this is the best little guy fight atmosphere that he thinks he's ever seen in America.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. I mean, it's the perfect location, it's Chocolatitio, it's Julio Cesar Martinez, it's Matchroom, it's me, it's Canelo. We're growing so considerably in America, particularly to the Hispanic and the Mexican community as well. And what you saw, cheers guys, thank you. You just that's the atmosphere you get for Mexican boxing. And thanks, mate, thank you. And just incredible. So many great fights, so many talking points, huge crowd, great atmosphere. It was a massive mega night.
How long can we go on saying this could be Chocolatito's last fight, and then he does it again? I'm sure I heard someone say so 5 years ago that it was his last fight.
I said to him in the change room via a translator, "You're like Benjamin Button." He is. He's getting better and better, and he's looking younger and younger. Like, you can't possibly say on a performance like that, you should hang up the gloves. But there aren't many fights out there for him. There's the Estrada trilogy, and there's Jesse Rodriguez, who might beat everybody. But I don't know, that was just, like I said, probably one of my favourite Chocolatitio performances. I thought it was brilliant.
In terms of the fight of Estrada, I know some of his team were saying in the week that they were kind of concerned in the way that Estrada pulled out. Is there like a contract there that could have that fight sort of sewn up potentially for this year, or do you have to sort of revisit the whole thing again?
I mean, there is now a mandatory coming for Joshua Franco. We're looking at maybe doing a double header between Estrada and Franco and Jesse Rodriguez and Rungvisai in San Antonio. But the trilogy is still a huge fight, but we'll have to see. We'll get over tonight and we'll go from there.
Just a word on Martinez. Brave as anything, a little bit of a sucker for punishment, sort of inviting it on, but his chin held up. His chin held up.
I mean, look, he took the fight at 5.5 weeks notice, so you've got to give him incredible respect. He was smaller than Chocolatitio, you could see that. And nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's the situation with him. He'll move back down to flyweight. He does have a mandatory in Arroyo. It was a no contest last time. And then we like the Sonny Edwards fight as well. He's a brilliant fighter, and he gained a lot of fans tonight. He never stopped trying to win the fight. Tremendous respect for him, and he's got a big future.
Bronco, so good, so good.
Mauricio Lara is a bad motherfucker. I mean, I cannot believe that we took that fight for Josh Warrington, and I'm not.
Is that the worst decision you've ever made?
I mean, I've sent names to Steve Wood, and it all worked out well in the end, is what I'm saying. But everyone said, yeah, he's perfect. Fuck me. Mauricio Lara is the most dangerous featherweight in the world, no doubt. Now, is he the best? I don't know, but is he the most dangerous? Yes. I mean, he's beating the shit out of Sanchez. Sanchez comes back in the fight. All of a sudden, Lara looks tired, and he just absolutely flattens him. So yeah, Mauricio Lara he's a naughty fella, and I thought it was a brilliant fight, great performance.
Would he be over? I mean, I doubt he'd be over for Warrington and Martinez, but I suppose he fights the winner.
Look, he's got to feel a little bit unlucky not to get the Kiko Martinez fight, and it's Josh Warrington's fans and the draw that he is that have made the Josh Warrington fight. So, I think if Josh Warrington wins that fight, I think a trilogy with Mauricio Lara is going to be a big fight, but it's dangerous. I mean, but Josh wants it. Josh wants to fight Kiko, then fight Mauricio Lara. So we'll have to see.
Some other good fights on the card. Quick one on Mark Castro, had to come through adversity for the first time in his career, but ultimately after getting up, showed his boxing skill.
Yeah, I mean, I said to him, you have learned more tonight than you've learned in your previous 5 wins. He won every single round, but he squared his feet up, he traded up with left hooks, and he got buttoned. And he took a big shot, and he came back, and he's a bit disappointed, but I said to him, people will respect you for that. You showed tremendous heart, you got up, and you won every round. So big learning fight for him.
Just a quick one. AJ announced that his trainer will be Angel Fernandez. Sorry, that light is flashing a bit, but yeah. Announced his trainer will be Angel Fernandez. I think people were kind of expecting a complete flick of the switch from AJ, but he's familiar with Angel, so still kind of in his comfort zone. But yeah, Angel will train him moving forward.
Yeah, he's. I haven't seen the interview yet, but I'm sure there'll be some other faces in the camp as well. But he's working well with Angel up in Loughborough. Angel's been a big part of the team now for quite a few fights, so. It's really about AJ being comfortable and being happy, and obviously he is with that position.
Yesterday we was talking about, just one more thing from me, we was talking about the Conor Ben Kell Brook situation. I just want to know, in your head, do you believe, because when I was talking about it with people on Twitter yesterday, the general consensus is that Amir Khan doesn't want to fight Kell Brook. He doesn't want to fight him. He's after sort of step aside money and then he walks. Is that your consensus as well?
Probably. I mean, we've been approached to pay Amir Khan step aside money. So Conor Ben can fight Kell Brook? No, thank you. I mean, you ain't going to fight Kell Brook anyway. So why should we pay you step-aside money? And by the way, Kell Brook won't even fight Conor Ben at the moment. So the whole thing's just about people nicking a few quid. So no, we'll announce our fight with Conor Ben early next week. He'll fight April 16th and his star power will continue to rise and he will go on and fight for the welterweight world title. And if it involves Kell Brook or Amir Khan, then no problem. But if not, we'll do our own thing.
Legally, right, theoretically, say someone takes step-aside money and then they retire, like he never fights Kell Brook anyway. Is there any like legal ramifications to that? If you pay, say you paid Amir Khan.
What you're doing is you're paying step-aside money so that he doesn't exercise the rematch clause. But we all know he's not going to exercise the rematch clause. Or he might exercise the rematch clause, but he's not going to get in the ring. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to say, I'm going to exercise the rematch clause and I'm going to fight Kell Brook, but I won't do if you give me a few quid. And the answer to that is not on your fucking Nelly.